Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from AstroladaOfficial, and today my guest is astrologer Himanshu, who will lead us through each of the 12 signs for 2025. I'm really excited to hear his prediction because he's an exceptional astrologer. I'm absolutely blown away by his knowledge. He also is doing an ongoing course on Vedic astrology, but he uses tropical zodiac, just to tell you, everyone. So you can hop on that course. You'll get all the previous lectures. Uh, I'm really, really so happy to present to you Himanshu. I'm so happy that he agreed to do a breakdown of each of the 12 signs for 2025. Hello, Himanshu.
Hello everyone, happy new year to everybody, and here we are celebrating another year, and today we will be discussing about uh, e- new year prediction for each of the signs. Okay, and I'm very excited that this year brings good for everybody.
Oh, you're saying so? You think
We
so?
will see.
We'll see. Yes.
And
Are you going to share screen or anything?
yeah, I will be sharing screen in a minute, but before we share screen, let me tell you something how I will be taking these predictions. Generally, people take predictions from sun sign. Okay, but here in Vedic astrology, we will emphasize studying transit from moon sign and rising sign.
Right.
Okay, the difference why we do so, sun is our soul. Sun is the soul karaka, soul significator. Okay, the only thing which soul require is elevation. Soul is departed from the God. Soul want to get into the God. That is the only purpose of the soul. But we are here trapped into materialistic things. Okay, what is happening to material things? Happening to our mind, which is our moon. Happening to this body, comfort, which is rising sign. So that is why we study transit from moon and the rising sign. Okay, I won't say that studying from the sun doesn't work. It does work. But if we have to break down into percentage, I will really give 50% on the rising sign, 40% on the moon sign, and 20% on the sun sign. So what you can do, you can just look into this, the whole thing, and mix it up, how it is happening, in what areas it is happening. And another thing, moon is something which changes its sign very frequently.
Mhm.
Okay, so the frequency of changing moon's sign is something which matters the most. That is why we study transit from the moon sign.
Mhm.
Okay, and me personally, I give really big advantage on studying transit from the rising sign.
So
It
you
has
normally if people come for a reading with you, you do it from the rising, but you'd look at the moon as well.
as well, yes. Mostly the first preference I give the rising sign. You
Yes.
know what? You have a blank chart. You just you just open a horoscope, apply the transit on the rising sign. You will simply whatever you wanna say, that will be 100% applicable no matter what. Okay. Many of the people who come to me for the reading, I start asking them some questions that is based on the transit from the rising sign.
Yes.
This is happening, that is happening, that is happening. Okay. So that is something which never failed for me. And then I talk about the moon between the reading and barely touches on the suns.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So this is something, and in Vedic astrology, we really focus on three major transits. First is Saturn, second is Jupiter, third is the nodal change. So
So
in
third
this
is what?
particular
Third is what?
nodal changes, the lunar nodes
I don't
changing
know.
the sign,
Yeah.
Rahu and Ketu, south node and the north node. So there. So in this particular year, Saturn is something which is changing the sign. Jupiter is changing the sign. Okay. And but nodes are will be remaining in the same sign. Okay. And look at the peculiar thing. Saturn will be going into the debilitated sign. Jupiter will be coming into the exalted sign.
Yeah. True.
Okay. And remember one thing I always tell you. Success of any house is coming from the 10th house. No matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, support to the 10th house will be coming from the first house only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 10th house gonna represent the success of first house. First house will be supporting to the 10th house. 10th house represents our work area, our hardship. So who will be doing the hardship? Me. I will be doing the hardship. So that is the support I'm giving to 10th house. How the hardship gonna turn up? That is the 10th house. Whatever the efforts I have given, the success of those efforts will be coming from the 10th house. Okay. So this is the 4 and 10 axis of the moon and Jupiter, Saturn and Jupiter, which is very interesting.
So
And before coming,
Saturn is in the 10th from Jupiter, debilitated.
yes,
Are you
yes.
saying we're all gonna have bad results?
No, I am simply indicating that if we want to get good results of Jupiter, the exalted results of Jupiter, we have to improve our Saturn. And what Saturn requires? Saturn simply requires our dedicated effort, whatever the things we need to do. If we are missing out of dedication, if we are missing out of consistency, then we will have it. Okay. So, because Saturn is the planet of justice, we have to do justice. We cannot be lazy. We cannot be a procrastinator. We simply need to do something which is very specific and should be very consistent. That's the only thing. Okay. And specifically, we just talk about the general direction of this area. One thing I really want to make caution to everybody. Just look at the natural zodiac. Saturn will be getting into the first house, Aries Sun. Saturn is never good in first house. Forget the Aries for now, but first house Saturn is never good because that is the house of ascendant, Sun. Sun and Saturn are not equal because Sun is the king, Saturn is somebody who is the lower level staff. So Saturn cannot manage, Saturn cannot rule. In this particular year, this particular transit of Saturn in Aries, we will see governments will be making a lot of bad decisions.
Bad decisions.
Yes. Okay.
Because
And we will
Aries
see.
is Aries is the ruling a Kshatriya fire sign, and Saturn.
Yes. And we may not see the particular result in 2025 because it will be May when Saturn changes the sign. But definitely you will see in 2026. Okay, we are here to talk about 25, but I'm telling you in 2026, you will find out there will be some kind of war situation because of the bad decisions.
Wow.
Okay, and it will be a lot of countries will be participating in that.
You're
So this is the
talking a
effect of
third
Saturn.
World War scenario?
Not third world war, but it will be more like a cold war. Okay, lot of sanctions and this and that, but there will be some kind of same scenario. Because the situation we had for the World War First, World War Second, that will not repeat. But scenarios by which finances will be disturbed, we can easily see. Okay. So let me share the screen and we'll see for each side. Okay. Our prayers to Lord Ganpati, who blesses the knowledge of Jyotish astrology. Okay. My prayers to my gurus who taught me everything by whose knowledge I'm here. Two gurus, Pandit Vijendra Shastri and Shri Answell. Okay. So here, let's talk about that Aries first.
The what?
Aries.
Before we start again, I want to repeat, this is tropical Western zodiac use. Don't use your sidereal signs. Himanshu he uses Vedic terms and the principles, but it's tropical zodiac. So remember.
Yes. And they will get to one using the names of sign. Okay. So if we talk about Aries, okay, we are having three major transits. Which is Saturn in the first house. Okay. Then we will be having Jupiter in the fourth house exalted situation. And then we have situation of Rahu and Ketu, the lords. So what is happening here? Let me put here as well. Saturn.
You have subtitles below? This is great. How'd you put them in?
I didn't do anything. Let me remove it. Or I should keep it.
Well, leave it. That's great. It must
Okay.
be a new feature or something.
I didn't use it up till now until you sent me. I didn't even notice somehow. Okay, fine. So Saturn and Jupiter. These are the major two things which we will be studying today. So one thing is there, this is our mind. Okay, this is our self, the first house, Aries. And Saturn being debilitated there will definitely bring some mental stress. And it will also bring some financial stress. Although this Jupiter transit in the third house as of now and will be moving to the exalted sign later will give travel and spiritual inclination. Okay, because Saturn being in the debilitated sign will, what is the meaning of debilitation? Debilitation simply means a planet is sad. Planet is looking for happiness, prosperity. Okay, so Saturn being here will, I would say, force you, compel you to start being some spiritual because this is the first house on your head. First house is the head. So in the first house, it will be forcing you to get inclined towards the spiritual part, the religious part, getting towards meditation. And Jupiter will increase travel. Saturn is the lord of your gains and wealth. Debilitation of these two houses will simply result in unwanted expenses. Unwanted expenses will be coming from this particular Rahu as well, because it is in the 12th house, the house of expenditure. So, one thing every Aries, moon, or ascendant people need to be careful of unwanted
Unwanted
expenses.
expenses.
This Jupiter will definitely control something because this is happening in the fourth house, the house of happiness and comfort. Okay, and which will be aspecting your 10th house, the house of wealth. So, like I said before, this exalted and debilitated transit is a very peculiar one, is a very different one than the general transits because one may be causing issues, another will be supporting that.
Is
Okay,
it gonna feel like a seesaw? Problems,
actually,
opportunities?
yes. Sometimes person will be started having problems and they will about to leave everything. And then some simply Jupiter will be coming in a miraculous way and will be taking care of everything. Exalt simply, like I said, this Jupiter, Saturn, and debilitated Saturn will be causing with the decisions of governments. This Jupiter is the only thing who will be taking care of every other thing. Otherwise, definitely, which you said, the position, the situation of world war, like second or something, will come up. But this Jupiter will take care of those things. And even if we talk about the next year, it will be in the Leo sign. It will be simply expecting Saturn and taking care of everything. So the balancing will be done by Jupiter.
Mhm.
The stress, worry will be coming, but Jupiter will be doing the balancing job. One thing is definitely there, the Saturn will be giving you hardship. Don't be afraid of this hardship. Simply accept it and start working on it. Because when this Saturn gonna leave this house, going to the next house, you will be a totally changed person. So if we talk about different aspects of Aries people, talking about career, first of all, okay. Career, this Saturn simply indicates stability. Why? Because career is seen from 10th house. Saturn's aspect on Capricorn is own house aspect. So career will be stable. New opportunities will be coming. And not to forget, this Jupiter is also supporting the 10th house. One thing is about Jupiter and Saturn we need to understand. There is a shloka in Vedic astrology. Sthan hani chas shani Sthanu Vardhisa Brihaspati, meaning wherever Saturn sits, it expands, and wherever Jupiter sits, it causes issues. Wherever Saturn aspects, it causes issues, and wherever Jupiter aspects, it brings expansion. So Jupiter will be expanding 10th house related matters. And Saturn will be not causing issues to this Capricorn sign because it is its own sign.
It's its own house, you mean?
Yes.
That it's aspecting. It's aspecting the 10th
Yes.
from the first. Can you repeat just quickly? So wherever Jupiter transits through a house, it causes issues, but if it aspects, it helps. Really?
Yes.
Oh, and wherever Saturn sits in a house, it does what?
It expands. It expands.
Expands.
Expand.
Expand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry for my nose. Yeah.
Expand.
Expansion of the house done by Saturn wherever it is positive, and issues caused by Jupiter wherever it is positive. It will not happen in this particular scenario because this is an exalted house of Jupiter, so it will not be causing issues. Yeah. So Jupiter will be supporting. So two planets are supporting this 10th house, Capricorn, Saturn and Jupiter together. And when Saturn enter into Aries, for the first shift, like for the first few months, you will start facing issues in work area, specifically dealing with your colleagues, dealing with your work environment. So that will be happening a little bit. But as soon as Jupiter joins in the Saturn, because Jupiter transit is happening after 1 month, so Jupiter will come into the power somehow, and maybe from July onwards, Jupiter will start taking care of the issues caused by Saturn into your work area. And you may really expect some really good and unexpected gains with some new projects if you're working under somebody. And if you are somebody who is having your own business, I would really recommend that stick to your current business. Don't have your new business. Don't have your new enterprises.
Why is that? Because Saturn wants to.
Because you know what? New business is seen from 7th house. This is the house of business. This is the job. This is business. So, like I said, Saturn may cause some issues to this out. If it has been not debilitation, it won't cause problem. But still, it will be causing problem to this house, which is business.
Okay.
And specifically, stay away from partnership. Simply stay away from the partnership. And if you are already into business with partnership, be careful how you deal with your partner. And talking about partnership, relationship is also a partnership. So people will be definitely facing issues in their relationships as well. Specifically for the unmarried couples who are into relationship but not married. Married couple will still be okay because Jupiter take care of the married couple. But if you're unmarried and into a relationship, this is a bit tough period, especially the second half of the 2025. One thing which will be helpful, that is communication between both of you. If you are communicating well, things will be fine. There should not be lack of communication at all. And specifically from towards the end of this year, you should actually start analyzing yourself, because you will be entering into 2026 period where I see some issues coming up. And with the help of self-analysis, you will able to deal with whatever the areas you are lacking behind or you are facing issues. Analyze yourself and improve that. You will not have problems. Also, Aries people may face some health issues, specifically with sleeping. Sleeping is something which will be not very easy. Quality sleep will be missing at least. And like we discussed, mental stress will be there. That can also be the cause of sleeping problem. Okay. One more thing. Okay. Yes. One more thing. Saturn is in the first house. This will make people leaner. This will make people slim. So the people who want to be slim, start working on yourself, Aries people, Okay, Aries has ascendant on Moon people. Start working with yourself, and you will see that your weight will start going down. Your body will start getting into shape. This is a very good opportunity in terms of improving your health if you start making efforts on your body.
Awesome.
Right? But digestion issues can be a problem because Ketu is in the sixth house. Okay, this can cause digestion issues.
Digestion. Yeah.
For education, people who are into studying or are teacher, this year is a very good because Jupiter is exalted. Simply, Jupiter is exalted, it will be supporting everybody, almost everybody in the education. And I really expect there's some kind of new era which will be coming up, which will be bringing the education field onto a new level. Something new in terms of education will be introduced here.
Worldwide, you mean, not just
Worldwide, yes. Worldwide, yes. Remember, you know what? 12 years ago, Jupiter was exalted. Okay, that was somewhere 2011, 12. Okay. What happened? Internet would start getting viral. Like internet was something which was a very good platform, and let's just see how communication started and how people started sharing their knowledge. And go 12 years backward, computers started getting uh, to each and every home. So whenever Jupiter comes into a Cancer sign, it brings something very new in terms of increasing the knowledge, increasing the skills. Okay. And specifically for the research purposes, this Rahu will be helping people who are into research. So this year is very good for them. Family wise, very good for the family from the mid of October onward, specifically for the mother health. If your mother is having health issues, her health may start getting into a better place from October onwards towards the end of the year, last quarter. Okay. And support from the family will be coming to you because of this Jupiter as financial status. So from September to October, September to October, it is a very good time to start some new business, new venture. Okay, if not business, if you're afraid of business, you can also invest into something. And for investment purpose, this is a very good period, and you can really expect some good sudden gains from those investment. And also, if you just stick to your old investments, investment will be giving good results anyhow.
why is that?
Jupiter,
Okay.
okay, Jupiter. So Jupiter will be full power during that time, September to October. It will be supporting it. And another part, because that is the position just when Jupiter is about to get retrograde. So it is before the retrogradation. Also, I investing in the property and investing into metals also, especially in the gold. This is a very good period to invest into gold.
Gold.
Okay. But one portion advice for Aries people, be careful with the debts. If you are having debts, start paying them. Otherwise, they will keep increasing, and you will face, like, there will be pile up of the debts that you may have issues paying later. Okay, loans should be well paid off. And one more thing, like I said, increasing expenses will be the unwanted expenses. Instead of having unwanted expenses, simply get into just start paying the debt so that you should not have any expenses left. Okay, because money has to go one way or another. For females, specifically, just one thing. For uh, for females, working females, this is a very good year to bring back your working lifestyle. Sometimes it happens, female are working and they just stop working, but now it is a very good time to start working again. And be careful with the hormonal imbalance because Saturn's aspect to your seventh house. Hormonal imbalancing can happen. Few dates I want to make you guys careful of. 15 to 25 May. Okay, this is a very good time for general prosperity. Then 10 to 20 August. Good for family. Then 5 to 15 April. Health issues. Lastly, 12 to 18 September. Careful of legal issues. These dates have been taken out from the transit of the moon and various other planetary transits which happen every month or every 15 days, but we cannot discuss them here. So keeping it compact. So these are something where you need to pay your attention. Okay. So let's move to another sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus people, this time is for the stability and family wellness will be there. Okay. So what happens with the Taurus people? Saturn will be transiting their 12th house. Okay. And Rahu will be here. Ketu will be here. Excuse me. And Jupiter will be here. Okay. Saturn will be here. Here will be Rahu. Here will be Ketu. And here will be Jupiter. So this is a very good time for your stability and support can be expected from friends and family. Okay, who wanna do that? Jupiter wanna do that. Because Jupiter is directly expecting your house of luck. So luck comes from our around self people. Whatever the efforts you will be investing in yourself, they will be coming into reality. So the wastage of luck will not happen. Wastage of hardship will not happen. And short travels can also be seen with this Jupiter transit. Although Jupiter is not very good in the third house, because it's a Mandakaraka sthana for Jupiter, but still, it's exalted position, so Jupiter can really give some good results. If you can really make these short-term travels into religious travels, then this 2025 will be very, very good for you. Start going on to religious places or religious homes or any spiritual place, spiritual retreats, religious retreats. So that will be supporting your all over energy very good and opening the doors of your fortune. Because when we start activating our Jupiter, Jupiter gonna start supporting this fortune house and everything will be very good. This Rahu in the 11th house will be opening many doors of opportunities, especially from the April to June. Okay. And one more thing, but nodes doesn't come without any hardship. So sudden gains you can expect. Things are coming. And when you are getting overconfidence, you may lose your touch. So you have to be consistent, one thing. Second thing, be careful when you are making decisions. You may feel that you are making good decisions, but there will be some loophole over there. So this Rahu promises good gains, but you have to be careful how to take decision, when to take decision, when to get in and when to get out, specifically for the investors. So this year for the Taurus rising or moon people, investment is very good, but it should be very calculated investment. So nodes will be giving benefits, but it will be giving troubles as well. And if you ask me when you can have your investments, from July to December, when both of the transits must have happened. Just lead your life for the first half of this year the same way you are leading, okay, but better calculation. But later on, Just stick to taking calculated risk, and with those calculated risks, you will able to gain much more things. Okay. In the romance sector, those who are single, okay. So you know this Jupiter will be aspecting your seventh house. If you are single, looking for a partner, this is a very good transit by which you may either meet somebody potential, and if you are in a relationship, this is the time to turn your relationship into marriage. Okay. Why you should do that? Because whatever the gifts given by exalted Jupiter, they are more over lifelong. So you will see if you're falling for somebody, that will be a potential partner with whom you will not have difficulties, at least. And those who are planning to have baby, okay, they can plan after September, because then Rahu Ketu transit will go down a little bit. Okay, the intensity will go down, and you can plan for it. Although for females, this is a good time to plan baby in the middle of the year, because for females, one particular classics, many classics indicate we should study ninth house, and ninth house is supported by Jupiter. Just one thing, you guys need to be careful with the health of your mother, because mother health can be up and down. Reason behind that. So Sun becomes the lord of your fourth house. Okay. And wherever Jupiter get to the 12th house from that particular house, it causes little bit stress over there. Because Jupiter is somehow looking towards that house, but that 12th house is, if that 12th house is empty, okay, then you may face some hardship. Second thing, the Saturn aspect on this second house, that is also a family house, which is moreover the mother thing, can cause health issues to your mom. Few dates again for the Taurus people, 12 to 20 April. This is a period for financial gain. If you are planning to take any big decision in terms of your career, this is a very good time. Okay. And also, if you want to start something, new business, like for Aries people, I really recommend that they should not start any new business. For these Taurus people, they should think about opening a new venture or enterprises, which will be beneficial for them. From 10th to 18 August, harmony with family. Family will be in a very good position. You will be getting good support of the family. And if you're planning to do something with your family, like an event or any business or anything, any vacation, this is a time to do that. But 5 to 15 of May, careful with your expenses. Very, very careful with your expenses. Think before you invest. Or try to avoid investing in these days. Okay. Let's talk about Gemini people. So Saturn will be transiting over your 11th house. Okay. Nodes will be in your 4th and 10th house. Jupiter will be in your 2nd house. Just like Taurus, Gemini people are also in a very win-win situation. Very win-win situation in terms of financial. But I still will be saying this is a 50-50 period. Okay. How 50-50? Let me explain. It is a mix-up of hardship and happiness. And the only thing you need to deal with this particular time to bring flexibility, because you will never know what time you are getting into and what time you're getting out of it. So everything is going good. Suddenly, you will start facing obstacles. So make yourself flexible into any kind of situation and for any kind of circumstance. So, especially for the Gemini people, focus on yourself, just like Aries, because the Saturn aspect on your first house is a very important indication that you need to focus on yourself. You need to work on yourself. Jupiter aspect on the eighth house requires your inclination towards the spiritual activities. But one thing, this exalted aspect of Saturn in the fifth house indicates that if you want to start any new school or any new course, any new some stuff of education to increase your knowledge, this is a very good time. Remember one thing, whenever Saturn comes to the fifth house, okay, this is exalted aspect. That's why I'm giving you, telling you that you, even with the aspect, you can start something of education. But even when Saturn comes to the fifth house, that is a very good period to learn something. If I can recall myself, most knowledge of astrology I received was when Saturn was transiting my fifth house from a ascendant. That was the best period I can call. Okay. The only thing you need to be careful of, don't delay your task. Don't be lazy. Don't procrastinate. Saturn aspect can really make you lazy. Saturn aspect can really make you think that, okay, let me do this thing again or later. But don't do that. Be very active as much as possible. In career matter, Jan to March. Stability and support from the co-workers will be coming. New opportunities will be approaching to you. And from April to June,
PK +91 941.
from April to June, you can really expect that people will start supporting you. You will be getting new ideas to improve your career. Starting from June to December, you can really lead yourself towards a new direction in career aspect. Because by that time, you will be very stable in your career. Okay, and you may think that I need to start something new in terms of finances. Also, it is very good. The period, the second half of this year, July to December, it is very good to start investing into property or jewelry. Why? Jupiter in the second house. This is the asset building house. So if you try to invest into property, if you try to invest into jewelry, this is a very good time from the transit of Jupiter into Cancer sign. Talking about romance, Gemini ascendant or moon people can also expect new proposals in terms of love. But I won't say that they will be turning into marriage this year. But definitely, if you are looking, if you are single and looking to be with somebody, this is a perfect timing to propose somebody or to start looking for a partner if you are just single. And you can start that by May of this year, June of this year. That is a very potential period to start a new relationship. Only one thing of Gemini people, okay? Start respecting females. Why? Jupiter is the lord of your seventh house. It is in the second house, making 6-8 relationship to your seventh house. So some issues can come up in dealing with females. Better you careful.
What if you're a woman?
See, women it will not be for women it will not be an issue because second house related to Venus, and women is Venus itself.
Okay.
Okay, the natural lord of second house is Venus. So what happened with males? Sometimes they just make some mistakes and things happen. You just be careful. Don't make any mistake towards them. But specifically, don't disrespect any female. There's one more thing which I mentioned in the previous video of my wealth or career thing. Whenever seventh lord gets into second house, person supposed to get success with the help of spouse If not spouse, then some kind of female. It is better to be very careful dealing with females. Same thing for the males I'm talking. If your seventh lord is in the ninth house, you are supposed to get your success from female only. And that is my own experience. My seventh lord is in the ninth house. I got my success from the females only. Support from the females most of the time. Okay, somehow, somewhere they come up, they give me some advice or they support me something, and my life changes. Remember that. One seventh in second, then second in the first, and seventh in the ninth. These three combination, it is 100% sure. People who are younger, those who are children or students, this particular year is very good. Okay. Uh, Especially for those who want to study in abroad. From May onwards, you can really expect if you are trying to study in the foreign lands, you can start applying, you will get success. And even for general people who are in education field, this year is very good for them. Okay. For the family life, you guys need to be careful with the health of your father. How? This Rahu, not in the 10th house, can pose some really good difficulties in terms of your father's health. In what area? Bone related, joint pains. Or father can face financial issues. These two things you need to be extra careful. And your own health will be fine because none of the planet is ruining your sixth house. Only Jupiter is aspecting, which is a positive aspect. So I really don't see any problem coming for your health. Important dates to take care of: 15 to 20 May. This is very good for career and education. 10 to 18 August. This is a very good time to spend with your family or to work with your family. Just 12 to 18 April. Drive carefully. Okay. Because of the Ketu's aspect and 8 not being in debilitation, some injuries can happen to Gemini. Then the mighty Cancer. So Jupiter will be transiting your first house. Okay. Saturn will be transiting over your 10th house. And this is the system. Now I was talking, this seems very good. Okay, Jupiter is exalted in the rising sign. But let me tell you one thing. Okay, this transit is actually full of hard work and hardship, struggle. I would really like to warn Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon people. You might have heard very good things about Cancer. Okay, Cancer people. But again, in my opinion, this is a time to be careful. Let me tell you how. Here, the transit of Saturn is not good. Why? Because you will be investing your time into doing hard work. So you will be investing yourself doing hardship, but somehow you will be not getting the required result. Like I said, 10th house is the success of any house. So Jupiter's success depends on this particular system. And this is the house of hardship. This is the house of efforts, which is not promising to Jupiter. because Saturn is not a very good planet of this rising sign. Saturn is a lot of your 7th house, Marka house, and 11th house. That's why people are forgetting this particular thing. This is a lot of your 7th and 8th house in the 10th house. So this whatever the efforts you are making may not come true. So I'm actually wanting the people who are Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon. This period will be full of expenses, but you can turn that into good expenses. Donating, start donating your money. If you can make some system that you can donate like 10% of your income, okay, which might be a lot as of now, but if you can just think that from today I will start donating my 10% of income, you will see that things are changing. Instead of losing the money, you will start giving the money. Because the Saturn aspect on the 12th house, expenses house, may cause problem. But if you start investing that money into donations, charity, okay, supporting somebody, money you have to lose some one way or another. You can just turn that into good expense, and then you can have blessings, and you will earn more. Simple logic. So somehow, definitely Jupiter will be infusing positivity, okay, positive energy from July onwards, and it will also give you chance to complete the pending task. Cancer people are somehow little bit lazy, in my perspective. Okay. And you can really take advantage of this Jupiter something, which you will not have again in 12 years. So simply invest your time in completing whatever is pending. Otherwise, what will happen towards the end of the year when Jupiter will be getting retrograde? What will happen? You will still need to complete those things. What happens with the Jupiter transit, Jupiter retrogression? People talk a lot about Mercury retrogression, but Jupiter retrogression is something. Let's say you did something and you didn't get caught. Nobody caught. What's gonna happen? Let's say Jupiter gets into retrogression, and you will have to face that particular thing again in Jupiter retrogression. And this time, this is 410 axis of Saturn. Better complete whatever you need to complete. If you want to say apologize for something to somebody before this Jupiter gets retrograde, this is the time you can do it and gain the respect of other people. Yes. So in terms of career, as of now, Saturn might be causing issues in your work environment, conflicts with colleagues. But May onwards, when Jupiter will transit your first house, your co-workers will start supporting. So this first 6 months are a little bit difficult in terms of your work environment. And the last year will be very good. The last of this year will be very, very good. Okay. In terms of relationship, January to June, problems can come because Jupiter is transiting of your 12th house. But when Jupiter comes to your first house, it will be supporting your 7th house. And if you are looking to get married, this Jupiter will definitely marry you. It will give you marriage. It will give you a good spouse. Somebody who want to get into relationship, this is the time. This particular 2000 year is, I would really call it that this is a romantic year for people. Those who are single, they can really turn their status to in a relationship or marriage. The people who are in relationship, they can simply get married. This is a very common thing you wanna hear from me. But the initial thing, the initial from January to June, you may face some problem in your relationship because of communication issues. We need to focus that Mars is also causing some issues. Mars is still in the axis. So Mars can cause some issues in the beginning because Mars is retrograde. And as soon as Jupiter makes transit into Jupiter, so it will start supporting the seventh house. First 6 months, I would really like to warn you to be careful that third person can enter into your relationship. There can be entry of a person in your ongoing relationship. So be careful. That is why communication is a very important thing. But as soon as June comes in, Jupiter transit happens, you need not to worry about anything. Okay. There are two things which I would like to tell about Jupiter transit for Cancer people. If you are looking to start a new business into with some partnership, this is a very good time. Okay, but choose your partner carefully. Jupiter can make partnerships successful. Not to forget, Saturn is also aspecting. For children, this period will be very difficult because focus will be lacking. Somehow, focus will be lacking because of mass production. And for people who are into higher education, for them it is good. They can really go to the abroad lands for higher education. The dates you need about health, this transit will definitely cause health issues by the 12th house. Okay, another thing, you should be careful while picking your loans. If you are about to take a loan, be careful, you may not able to pay that. So while taking loan, careful. While taking money from somebody, be very careful where you spend that money. Try not to have any loans with you. One more thing is income from the foreign lands, or some relation with the foreign land will happen, which can turn into very good income source. Okay. Two dates which you need to take care of, which you can note and plan things accordingly. The very first one, there are many dates for the Cancer people. That is 10 to 18 Feb. Good for investment. Okay. Then 5 to 12. This is gains from work and family. 15 to 22 October. Good for relationship. If you want to start a new relationship, if you want to propose somebody, this is a very good time.
The one from 5th to the 12th, June or July is that?
June.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Yeah. And 8 to 15 November. Here you need to be careful with your expenses and health. Expenses and health. Then 20 to 28 August. Again, careful with your expenses. Okay. If you are a stock investor or crypto investor, don't get into this particular period. Lastly, 3 to 10 December, you need to be careful of your workplace. You may have conflict with your bosses and co-workers. Okay. Finally, Leo moon people. So one thing I want to tell Leo moon people, that this particular year is the test of your calmness. Okay. Hard work, test of your calmness, test of your hard work. So if you work with the right approach, everything is good for you. What is happening here? Jupiter is in the 12th house. Saturn is in the ninth house. Okay. And then Rahu will still be here, Ketu will be still here. So many of the Leo ascendant and moon people must be facing some hardship already, being Saturn in the eighth house. Fourth house and eighth house Saturn create some hardship. Okay, so you might be facing that already. So what happens? You will be getting relief from that hardship, but still you need to focus on yourself. You need to redefine your approach, because if you can redefine your approach, you can touch some new heights. Touch some new heights. What is happening? Jupiter being the fifth lord in the 12th house. So relationship with the foreign lands based on your skills is wonderful, because this is the exalted one. And same thing is represented by this Rahu. Note moon. The only thing which you need to be careful when you make decisions. Right approach, everything will be in your favor. Second thing, you need to be careful with your speech. First, Ketu is there, okay? And second thing, Leo people are little bit straightforward. Okay, they are calm, but when they come up, they come up. So be careful with your speech. Don't use harsh language. And this time is very good for sudden gains also. If you are supposed to get any kind of inheritance, if you are into legal issues of your inheritance, this year can really sort that legal issue and you can get your inheritance.
Because of Rahu in the eighth?
Rahu in the 8th, and also Saturn was delaying the 8,000 related matter. Now Saturn is no more there. So the blockage has gone and now things will work more smoothly. Because Rahu is desire, it wants. I want to have it. Saturn says, I just want to get trouble a little bit. Okay. So yeah. One thing is there, be careful with your travel. Be very careful with your travel. This Saturn can cause issues to this particular house. Careful with your travel. You may have health issues when you travel, or you can lose any article of yours. Theft of article can be observed with traveling of Leo people. Career-wise, increase in expenses will be there, but it is good for the people who deals with the foreign people. So if you are having any kind of foreign energy into your business or career profession, no need to worry. Otherwise, because 12th house thing is giving you something. If you're not having any kind of such thing, then it will take away something. If I want to break down into three pieces, Jan to March, okay, delay in work and careful with the partnership in terms of work matter. From March to June, delay in work again, but with some more hardship. Starting from the June to December period, Jupiter will come into the 12th house, supporting the 6th house, okay, and also supporting the comfort zone. So it will be taking care of the hardship you were facing. But it and from September to December also, it can give you sudden gains and sudden expenses. Like gains, you didn't think it will be coming. Expenses also, you didn't think it will be coming. But it will not be bad anything. Career-wise, I don't think it is a bad one. Okay, financial-wise also, I don't see it's a bad one. In terms of finance also, everything is fine. Just Saturn and Ketu can give little bit insecurity and overthinking, which can lead to bad decision, but nothing major. Okay, and with investment, careful, don't make any rash decision in investment. For the relationship purpose, this here I want to warn you guys. Your seventh lord is being debilitated in the in ninth house. So this is not a favorable period for the people who are unmarried. okay, who are just having a relationship, they can really face conflicts, especially from Jan to June. And the only thing which I really want to suggest, have a good communication. Good communication will lead to a lot of good things. One remedy I want to give you, donation of a silver metal. Like you can buy silver metal, anything. Like you can buy a small thing, you can buy anything of silver and give donation to a holy place or anything. Another remedy for Leo people, feeding green lentils to
Eating.
birds is also feeding
Who?
birds to birds.
Okay.
Yeah, I was confused. So feeding green lentils to birds is also very good. This will be taking care of your financial stress which you will become. Okay, because Mercury becomes a lot of your 11th house and second house. It's gonna give strength to your Mercury and also calm down the Rahu effect. So financial issues will not come up. Family related matters, careful with the father's health. Okay, and uh, and for you also, some time gonna come where you will feel sadness or feeling of unsatisfaction time to time, like 3 4 days in every month you will feel that. Okay, I'm not talking about any general feeling, it will be something strong. Okay, and careful with your digestive system. Digestion can go here and there. Okay, and for children everything is favorable. Yeah, dates to be careful of 12 to 25th. Okay, good for finance, good to invest in business, good for promotion. Then 10 to 15 June. Okay, I do see promotion for the people who are working for somebody. From 15 to 22 October. This is a very good period for family. Some good news will happen in family. Careful dates 8 to 15 April. Careful with your health, specifically driving. Although the people should be careful because Rahu can cause issues to your driving. 5 to 12 August, careful with unrequired expenses and investment. Careful with your investments as well. 20 to 27 November. No partnership deals should happen during this time. Otherwise, this is a decent year for you. Virgo people. So for Virgo people, Ketu and Rahu will be transiting here. And then you have Saturn in the 8th, Jupiter in the 11th. Jupiter in the 11th, then the 7th you have Rahu, 8th you have Saturn, and then you have Ketu over there.
Well,
Okay.
the sound got a bit muffled.
Okay. So again, I was just writing the names of planets only. Ketu in the first, okay, on your ascendant, Rahu in the south north node in the 7th house, Jupiter in the 11th house, Saturn in the 8th house. So, like I said, 8th house Saturn is a little bit troublesome in transit. Okay, remember just one thing, Never get into somebody else's matter. Stay away from somebody else's matter. Just try to keep yourself limited to yourself. Okay. Don't be
Avoid
a mediator
problems,
of anybody.
to avoid problems of Saturn in the eighth house?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Don't be mediator for other people. Just keep yourself with yourself. Okay. Because your mediation may come just on yourself only. You did mediation for two people, and those two people are cursing you thereafter. So keep this thing in the mind. Another thing, because the nodal transit, this axis is happening in the fifth and seventh house, stay away from the partnership. And by that mean, I don't really mean romantic partnership, because Jupiter will be aspecting the seventh house. So it will be giving good opportunities to be in a relationship. Just business related partnership, be careful. Okay. This Saturn transit will make you slow. It will also give you laziness and tiredness. Okay.
Why does Saturn do this in the eighth house?
So you know what, with the eighth house matter, activity comes from the second, 10th house and the first house. We already have Ketu in the first house. Saturn blocking the activity of the 10th house.
Oh, by
Same thing, yeah, same thing I mentioned in the Cancer tarot as well. Like, don't be lazy. So whenever Saturn comes into the first house, eighth house, 10th house, it makes person lazy. Okay, because natural zodiac thing, first house and eighth house, they both belong to Mars, and they are deadly enemies to each other.
I can testify to that. I've been having Saturn for a year and a half already, almost two, and I've been definitely working less and feeling more lazy.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. One more thing. Saturn, this particular transit of these two will take away the glow of your face. Like, some people have shining face, and suddenly they will feel that their glow is coming down. That happens. But one thing I would really recommend, you know what, turmeric, you can call it. Turmeric. Okay, the species, we use in
Mary, yeah,
species.
Mary.
Okay, turmeric. Oh, okay, I don't know the spelling, sorry. So, so if you start taking turmeric more, a little bit more, start wearing yellow clothes, then this laziness will not be there, or glow of face will not go away. Or in India, specifically the Indian people, they can simply do one thing. They can start wearing turmeric patch on this third eye area. Just apply a little bit of the turmeric here, okay, and you will see a very good results. Excuse me. For career purpose, this is very good for gains and financial pump, and specifically, people can really achieve good heights. This particular Jupiter can give you good heights. Rahu is also aspecting here. Okay, Saturn is also aspecting the exaltation sign of asset building. So very good for investment also, and it will be opening doors for extra income also. If you want to add something in your income routine, in your career field, add it. It will bring more income to you. Expenses will be there for sure. Expenses will be there, but income will be better than expenses. Career area, this is very good. Only thing where I want to make people aware of Virgo ascendant or Virgo moon people, mental stress and decision making. This Ketu can lead to bad decisions. This Saturn will gonna cause mental stress. Otherwise, everything is good. Relationship wise, very good for marriage aspect. Okay, and Jan to June, you guys may have some texts, misunderstandings. You guys may have some doubts and misunderstandings, but everything will be sorted after the transit of Jupiter. And but one thing is there, people of Virgo moon and ascendant will face some sense of unsatisfaction and sadness within the relationship because of Rahu throughout the year. Although Jupiter will be supporting, but Rahu will be doing its job, so Jupiter can really not overcome everything. Because Saturn is in the 8th house, be careful with your driving. Okay. And that's a debilitation 8th house thing, so you have to be careful with your driving. For children who are student, competition is very good for you. People who are preparing for competitive exams or planning to get into something by competition, their efforts will give really good results. Okay. Financial matter, it indicates expenses, but like we said, we need not to worry. Income will be more than the expenses. Another thing, a good tip for Virgo rising people or the moon people, like I mentioned, there will be some expenses. What you can do, you can start making your expenses into the repaying your debts. Okay, repaying of the debt or blocking the money, whatever you are earning. That will attract more money. More money, sorry. Dates to be careful of 15 to 20 Feb. This is good for investment. Then 12 to 18 June, good for family. Then 10 to 18 October, good for career and work. Just one thing, 18 to 24 November. Careful with your partner. You can get into some really unwanted argument, which can also lead towards the ending of your relationship, because that is a time where Jupiter will not be supporting you. Jupiter will be in retrograde position. Okay, that was for Virgo. Libra people, Libra ascendant or moon people. Finally, this is good for you guys. Like after not so very good three signs, but for Libra people, this is a very good one. It will be giving you support, and you can also get rid of your debts. People who are Libra ascendant. So Saturn will be in your Jupiter is here, Saturn is here.
The sound is muffled again.
I'm not speaking.
Ah, okay.
Okay. I was just humming. Okay, so for Libra people, this is a very good time. If you are under debt, start repaying your debt and your debt will be sorted. Okay, luck will be supporting you. How luck will be supporting you? You will be noticing one thing, Lord of your 6th house in the exalted position. That is why your debt will be paid. And because Jupiter is in the 10th house, although I never consider Jupiter good in the 10th house, but this exalted Jupiter will be taking care of many other things. It will be aspecting your this house, 2nd house, it will be aspecting your prosperity house, it will be aspecting your 6th house. So basically, person faces obstacles from this house. Jupiter will be taking care of beautifully, because this is its own house. You will be getting comfort and you will be getting money. Everything is sorted by this Jupiter. Because here, Jupiter is creating Hansa Yoga. We have studied when five most good yogas, one is Ruchak Yoga, Sash Yoga, Hamsa Yoga. So whenever own house Jupiter comes into the quadrants or exalted Jupiter comes to the quadrants, okay, Kendras, it causes Hansa Yoga. Hansa Yoga Jupiter gives many blessings into different areas. And you can multiply this blessing if you start associating yourself with the religious items, religious journals, or religious people, religious studies. One thing that Jupiter actually wants that start being ethical, start being religious. Another thing, just like Aries, Moon, or Rising people, I would recommend Libra people to start exercising. Start exercising so that your health can improve. Because although Jupiter, Saturn is debilitated, it is aspecting your first house. It will be giving you hardship. Better start investing that hardship onto working your health so that Saturn should not have any problem.
Mm.
Okay, remember this particular thing. Either you can turn the Saturn transit into health issues, or you can turn the Saturn transit into your better health. Remember that. Specifically in career purpose, January to March, ups and downs for now when this transit is not happening. But April to July, this is very good time specifically for the people who are having creative skills. Those who have some creative skills in their hand or just with their work, specifically people like you and me, Lada. What we are doing, we are earning by our creativity with our knowledge only. Okay, how to deal with the things. So for those people, this is a very good period. Okay, September to December, this is a very good, beautiful period in terms of career and competition. From April onwards, Libra rising or moon people can really expect something very good. In finance also, the first quarter, careful with your investment. Second quarter will be definitely bringing gains. Expenses also, but gains will be more than expenses. Third and fourth quarter, very good gains, and also asset building will be coming up. In terms of relationship, need to be careful in love as Saturn will be in seventh house. But single people will definitely meet somebody because, like I said, Saturn expands wherever it sits. So people who are single, they will be meeting somebody to start a new romantic life, but still need to be careful because misunderstandings will be something which Saturn will be giving alongside. And I really don't see marriage happening for the Libra ascendant people before October of from October, November, and December of this year.
Before what?
Before October, November, December, like from the last quarter of this year.
Yeah.
For children, people who are in research, Rahu is a very good blessing for them. Rahu will take them into very good impact of whatever the research and skill development they are working in. Okay. But somehow many students will start losing their focus in education depending on their mood. It can give you depth, but it will take away your focus. Remember that. And how you can do that? Start meditating. Meditation is also important for the Cancer and Leo people. Meditation is very important because both of those time I was talking that you have to work on yourself. So for Libra rising also or moon also, meditation is very important. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the important dates. 5 to 12 October. This is very good for business trip. So what I mean by these dates, if you are planning to start something, I didn't mean that you have to just complete your trip into these dates only. No, you can just start your trip and whenever it ends, it ends. Whatever the time initiated in these dates will be beneficial for you. So business trip will be very beneficial for you, and investment is also very beneficial for you in this particular period. Then 18 to 24 April. Careful with your expenses, and these expenses, it can be such a big expense that it may lead to the stressful position for you. 12 to 20 November. This is a time where you should be careful with the arguments with your partner. One thing in this transit of Jupiter, I would recommend whenever Jupiter gets retrograde, be careful while dealing with your partners. You can get into serious arguments. This is the general prediction for everybody. Just like, you know what, when Mercury gets retrogrades, people start thinking that they will start uh, having something with their gadgets. This time, whenever Jupiter gets retrograde, careful with your communication with your partner, how you deal with your relationship. Be careful. Now, Scorpio people. So this is a mixed result for people who are Scorpio. Let me tell you how. So one thing is very good. This Saturn will make you get rid of your enemies. Okay. Whatever the struggles you were facing, what was happening before, people were making struggles, people were making hard efforts, it was not paid. Saturn gets into sixth house of debilitation. You know one thing, sixth house, eighth house, 12th house. Debilitate planet will start giving results like a normal planet. Okay, so this Saturn transit will make you win over your enemies first thing. Hardship will start paying you the result. That is one thing.
So for Scorpio, Saturn in Aries is actually good.
Yeah, we can't say very good, but it's not bad.
Okay.
Okay,
Or
because this will cancel out the debilitation effect.
uh-huh.
Okay. And Saturn is good in the sixth house also for every sign. Just like Sun is very good in the 11th house, similarly, Saturn is good in the sixth house for everybody, every ascendant. Because it is very difficult to defeat those people who have Saturn in the sixth house, unless you have some Rahu or Ketu with this Saturn. Some divine blessings is with them, which don't let them stay defeated. Okay, but because this Saturn is aspecting this eighth house, it will be bringing some sudden mysterious events. Okay, meaning you're planning something, planning is going very perfect. Suddenly you have to change your entire planning, no matter what, and you didn't even plan for that change. And one more thing, people may have to plan sudden traveling. Those who are Scorpio people, they may have to plan sudden traveling. Okay, so it is a kind of just like the Scorpio is very mysterious sign. This is a mysterious transit for them. Just one thing, this Jupiter is giving them very good benefits. People who are in education, who want to start some very different kind of education, those who want to do some new kind of research, this transit is very good for them. I don't remember whose chart was that, but there was a person who was a very good researcher of radiation. I forgot the name of that scientist. They were having these position. Rahu in the fifth, Saturn in the sixth, Jupiter in the ninth, and Ketu was there. So for people who want to do some new kind of research, this is a very good transit. It can really take you very deep of that particular research. And only one thing which you need to do is meditation. Other people I just recommended, okay, but for people of Scorpio rising, I really suggest them no matter what they should do it, because otherwise this Rahu will take away the entire focus of everything in your horoscope. Why I'm telling you this, Rahu is also making a relationship with this Jupiter, fifth aspect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both are in the trine. They both are aspecting each other, rising also and to each other as well. So if we are able to activate this Jupiter more than Rahu, then this is something can turn out to be a very good transit. If we become careless, if we just become selfish or something like that, okay, then this will be a bad transit for you. New opportunities in terms of career will be coming to you guys. Okay, just be careful with the first quarter. Okay, first quarter little bit problematic, but if we talk about from time from April to August, this period is good to start some new venture, but this period is not good for investment. Investment in terms of stock market or cryptocurrency or anything like that, this time is not good. But if you want to start something new, you can do. Then September to December, this is very good for career purpose, to open a new business, to invest as well, and support of luck will be coming 100%. Support from other people will also be coming in this period. Financially, this will be a normal period. But be careful, like I said, in the first quarter or even the later one. Even in the later one, be careful when you do that. And from the third quarter, last quarter onwards, you can make your investment the way you want. In terms of romance, one more careful thing whenever you buying property to Scorpio ascending moon people, if you are investing in any property, careful, you may get into disputed land. Okay.
You mean if you're buying property with a partner? Because you said
No. Just simple. Just simply, if Himanshu wants to buy a property, Himanshu wants to buy a land or a home,
yeah.
I should be very careful. I can get into disputed land.
Ah, okay. Because you said relationships and then you went to property.
Yeah. I was about to say relationship and then suddenly clicked into my mind. Okay. Coming on relationship. So in relationship, some unsatisfaction will be there because nobody is supporting this particular house. Okay. And although Ketu is aspecting this house, but support is missing. Ketu is causing the problem. But for the female native specifically, this period will be bringing detachment. They will have a particular feeling of detachment. Okay. The reason Jupiter is the karaka of relationship for female. And because of this Saturn, the bed pleasures will be missing. Saturn will be affecting your 12th house. Of course, it will be disturbing your sleep, but bed pleasures will also be missing. And because of that, females will be start facing unsatisfaction in their relationship or in their marriage. It will be there for small period, that towards a Jupiter retrogression period, which is happening in the last of the year, but it will be there. Okay. Yeah. For children, um, I'm ready. So children, it is average for their studies, but one more thing, this Rahu will disturb their focus. So be careful with the focus, and whenever you think that you are losing your focus. Okay, whatever the religion you have, okay, start taking the names of the god of those particular religion. Like suppose you are a Catholic, okay, just do some prayer of Catholicism before you study, and you will have a good focus. Another thing for students who are losing their focus, I'm talking about any sign. Okay, this is a general remedy for the students. Students who lose their focus in their studies, just bring some holy water. Okay, if you are following Hinduism, bring a holy water from any river or temple. If you are a Catholic, just bring holy water from church, whatever the process it is. Okay, and have a glass of water and add few drops of that holy water and then add another water. Keep that water near to you and you can drink that water as well when you study. You will see the distraction you were facing, that is no longer available. This is a tested technique on myself. When Rahu was transiting on my ascendant, okay, Rahu Ketu, I did this thing. I was not able to focus when I was studying. It gone. General remedy for everybody. And another thing, if somebody is facing low immunity, okay, they should simply bring holy water, add a few drops of their holy water into the bucket or whatever, whenever they bath, or whatever the process is. Your health will also start improving. And this is for Scorpio because Jupiter is aspecting the ascendant. So when you bath with Jupiter kind of energy, you start healing yourself. Okay. Or if your Jupiter is aspecting your first house in any other rising as well. Okay. So health can be a bit uneasy, and mother's health will also be uneasy because Saturn is aspecting your eighth house. Okay, and also the retrogression, the the Mars position will be little bit difficult for you guys. Same for Aries people and for other people also. Your ascendant Lord will be mostly in retrograde position for long period. So health will be a troublesome thing, and it will also cause trouble because your 4th Lord, which is supposed to be Aquarius, is in the 6th house in debilitated position. In this particular matter, this Saturn will not be supporting you. Also, your sleep will be disturbed. Okay, and one warning I want to give you guys, if you are high on cholesterol or if you have any kind of heart related issues, be very careful. It can get extended. Somebody who's also already having serious heart issues, uh, this is a problematic period for you. Okay, careful. Jupiter can play a big role in saving by the aspect of rising sign, but I do see some problem coming into here. Just a relate, just a related area. Okay, so dates we need to be careful of. 12 to 18 Feb, good for career and finance, investments. Okay, just this much, these 6 days. Although the first quarter is not very good, but still. Then 10 to 18 June, very good harmony with family, Okay. Then 7 to 18 October, you can expect some very sudden success in your business related or career related. Okay. If you are about to present something during that time, that can be a very successful event. 5 to 10 April, careful with your health. Then 15 to 21 of August, some unwanted expenses, and try not that they should not be on health, because I do see health issues happening during that time. 10 to 18 November, issues in romance. Okay. Sagittarius people. For Sagittarius people, this is actually a very positive period. Actually, a positive period. Like I'm very hopeful for Sagittarius people. You may think why Jupiter in the 8th house will still be a good period. Okay. The first quarter may show some instability, but later on it is good. Why? Because on this particular thing, although ascendant lord is getting into the 8th house, but it is exalted. First thing. Second thing, it will be expecting the 4th house. Whenever Jupiter aspects the 4th house, it takes away a lot of negativity of the horoscope. Lot of negativity of the horoscope. Um, Even in terms of your working of on yourself or working with yourself, like people who are just solo owners of anything, or they are just freelancer, or they just have service industry kind of job. This particular transit is very good for them. Okay. Now here are a few things. Saturn's aspect on the 11th house will really promise their aura, or you can say their relationship in their work area. And although initially what was happening, this Ketu was causing problem, Southward was causing problem in their working environment. But somehow this transit of Saturn, exalted transit of Saturn, will support. Earlier, what was happening? Rahu was causing problem, Saturn was causing problem. So now they are relieved from there and they will be supported. Second thing, if we talk about their self-confidence, right from the first quarter, January to March, they will start having good confidence with themselves. A sense of good harmony will be seen in them. Just April to August, they need to be careful while dealing with people, other people, or making deals. Somehow they may experience the thing it was presented to them and it didn't turn out to be that particular thing. So a good calculation is required. And from September to December onwards, it is very good period to start a new business, to start a new project, and specifically for the people who complete their education, want to get into business industry, they should follow this one. Okay. In finance, all over finance, expenses may rise, but there's also some kind of, you know what, this Jupiter can bring some kind of sudden inheritance. Those people who were expecting to receive some kind of inheritance, this Jupiter can really gift you that. Okay. And For investment purpose also, I really see that this particular transit is very good. Just one thing, this transit is not good in terms of romantic sector. Sometimes your message, your expressions, your emotions to your partner will not be delivered properly. Because although Jupiter is good there, but somehow it is in the eighth house, which is not supporting the seventh house. Saturn aspecting the seventh house will cause issues for sure. What you can do, just stay calm. That is one thing. People who are unmarried and just in the relationship, for them, this Saturn will cause issue. This is debilitated Saturn in the fifth house will not be supporting at all. So what you can do, donation of mustard oil will definitely improve the energy of the Saturn. But before this gonna happen, till June, if you're looking to marry, if you're looking to get into a relationship, you have a time till June, you can start a new relationship, or it's a very good period to get married. In health, bone or skin related issues or allergy related issues can come up, and mental peace will definitely be affected because of Jupiter in the eighth house. So with physical stuff, it is not good, ascendant related matter, but in worldly matters, in games related matter, this transit is good. For higher levels, the students who are into higher levels, this transit is good, supportive one. Okay, specifically if you want to go study in abroad lands, foreign lands, this is a good one. Important dates to remember: 15th of Feb to 20th of Feb. I didn't talk much about Sagittarius one because this is the average kind of transit for them. So this is simple. So this is good for career purpose. 12 to 18 June. Family related matters will be good. Okay. 10 to 18 October. Very good for investment. Big investment, I meant to say. And be careful with 10 to 18 November dealing with your spouse. Okay. Coming on Capricorn. Now, this is the important one. So, Capricorn ascendant people. So, for them, Saturn is transiting over their or moon people over their fourth house. This is the scenario of the nodes, and this Jupiter will be here. Okay. As ascendant lord or moon lord is debilitated. Okay. So it means you gonna experience some good hardship. And this is there for Aquarius ascendant or moon or Capricorn ascendant moon people. You have to get yourself into hard work because when planet is debilitated, it requires some support. If you manage to give that particular support to your planet, you can really reach to new heights of your career, new heights of your any area of your life. But talking about specifically about Capricorn people, this will be a little bit difficult period, okay, to manage themselves. You will be planning something else, doing something else, manifesting something else. Like whatever thing is going into your mind will not be coming into the picture. And you cannot be lazy, you cannot be procrastinator no matter what. Even if you are sick, try to work on that day. This is the only remedy people can have. Also, you need to be careful with your speech because Aquarius falls into your second house that Lord is debilitated. Try to manage balance in your family, otherwise you may face issues. Another thing, if possible, People who are Capricorn rising, they should stay vegetarian as long as the Saturn stays in the Aries sign. Stay vegetarian. This will support your health. You can take strong decisions, but again, you need to keep balance between your professional life and personal life. Because I see some issues can come up. This is your personal life, this is your professional life. You will feel some unbalancing situation many times in this year. Need to be careful of that. I am not complaining about the career related aspects. Opportunities, new ventures, new businesses will be coming for you, new proposals will be coming for you, and that too big proposals. People will be appreciating you in your workplace. Okay, but you need to create a balance because Rahu will be causing some issues. It will be giving you certain gains for sure, but it will also be causing some issues in your workplace or in your personal life. Okay. Financially, Jan to March area, in first quarter, slowly it will start getting stronger. Your financial will start getting stronger. April to September period, Jupiter will be giving you sudden gains. Okay, because it will be aspecting your 11th house. It will be aspecting your first house. So your decisions will go good, but you need to take calculative decisions. Okay. And if somebody is giving you advice on investment, that advice will be very good for you. You can follow those people's advice. Just money management is required on your part, everything else is fine. And in terms of relationship, this is a very blessed situation for you. Jupiter in the 7th house, you are blessed to have it, and you can definitely get yourself in a very good situation within relationship or marriage. People who are looking to get married, they can simply jump into marriage. And I would recommend, if you're single and if you meet somebody this year, don't wait to test that relationship. Just marry within this transit of Jupiter. It will be very helpful to you, but not in retrograde Jupiter. Health, stress and fatigue will be there because of this ascendant getting debilitated. And careful with your eating habit, like I mentioned. Stay vegetarian if possible. Otherwise, be careful what you eat. No addiction related, like try not to have alcohol, try not to have those kind of stuff. Okay. For students, hard work will be higher, results will be good. No hard work, no results. Be careful. Some important dates to be careful of: 18 to 15th of March, or 18 to 25th of March. Financial gain. Then 10 to 15 June. Somebody in the family will be giving you good news. And also it is very possible that your uh, parents start getting into good health. Okay, before this. After transit of Saturn, okay, uh, it may have some difficulties for your mother's health, but still Jupiter will take care of health of your parents. 88 to 15th of October, work related trips, and you need to be careful with your partner. Trips will be there related to your work, that is good for you, but if you have a partnership business, be careful with your partner. Some unbalanced situation can come. Careful dates are 5 to 15th of May in terms of health, 15 to 21 August. Okay, increase in expenditure, expense. Okay, and 12 to 18 December. Careful with your partner, romantic partner. So this was all about Capricorn. Now Aquarius rising people or Aquarius moon people. Hmm. Okay. So I would really say this is a kind of big relief for you guys. Okay. Because you are getting, especially I'm talking about the moon right now, people who having Aquarius moon. So we have a concept of sadisati. Okay. So you will be having a big relief that you are getting rid of sadisati. What is sadisati? When moon transit one house before on the house of moon and next house of the moon. Okay. So you must be feeling, will start feeling big relief because Saturn is going away from the adjacent house of moon. So now your mind will open up more and you will be able to think more wider and you will be able to explore more things. This is a good one for you. And whatever happened, happened. Start planning your life in a better way. And this is for the Aquarius people also. Because you need to shift now. You need to make a very important shift in your life. What will be happening? Next transit for the Aquarius people will be of Saturn will be happening in the fourth house, by which it will be aspecting your 10th house, it will be aspecting your first house. Okay. Be ready after 2 years that you need to do something big. Take very good advantage of this particular transit which is happening next time. But planning you need to do today. And whatever the hard work, whatever the planning you will be doing today will be giving you good results next time.
Next time, you mean from 2028, something like that?
Yes, yes. Because that particular transit, what will be happening? It will be in these houses. The Saturn will be supporting 10th house. Some Saturn will be supporting first house. People, you let me tell you one thing. Okay. Those who are Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising people, or even Aquarius sun, you can call it. Okay, they will be getting into something new for sure. Or at least they will start thinking about getting into something new in terms of their career, in terms of their life. Specifically, many people, if somehow they are having Jupiter related to their trines or eighth house. Okay, first house, fifth house, ninth house, eighth house. Okay, they will definitely get more spiritual. Planning needs to be done now. Saturn says simple thing. Start planning now, I will give you tomorrow. Okay, so that is the thing. And Jupiter is also in a very good position. It will be improving 10th house related matter. So you can really expect some very good income, some very new tie-ups, okay, or something new happening there. Nodes may pose some issues because you know what happening for them. Rahu is in the second house, Ketu is here, although Ketu is good for intuition and spiritual activity. But this node may pose some issues related to money matters. But on the other hand, Jupiter is also aspecting there, ninth aspect. So it will kind of control it, but still need to be careful. Those who are like HR department, administration, they will definitely be feeling new sense of leadership. Those who are in leadership role in their work, they will be really very good in management, very good in leadership. Because of their leadership abilities, their organization will be getting benefit. Right now, what was happening? Little bit messy stuff was happening in the various sizing of people. people's life. That will be spotted for sure from them. And specifically from April to September, this is an important time to start something new, brand. Okay, brand new means introduce something about yourself, introduce something about uh, some start a new business. Okay, like that. And you can call it not just till the September, but till the end of the year. But leadership is something which will be turning into good thing. You need to lead. Financial, only I can see improvement. Because what was happening before, there was a strong curse over here in your finances. Some people might be facing good results because of the other aspects, but now onwards, this is going away. Okay, and Rahu in the second house gives good result in terms of finances, in terms of money related matters. So you can really think that your income will be increasing. Okay, and talking about in the mid of year, you may have some sudden rise in expenses, but that will be for the short period. Investment is really good for you people, but with certain calculations. Don't take uncalculated risk, but if you take calculated risk, that will be good for you. Second thing, in terms of relationship, this is a average period. Okay, the first half is average, but from the second half, July onwards, I see some mini arguments happening in their life. Okay, so what can be done? Just
Why?
improve your calculation, communication. Lack of communication will be happening. Radha. So why? What will be happening? This Rahu will be, although Saturn was there, but they somehow they were dealing with other stuff. Rahu alone will be increasing communication gap. Okay, so improve your communication, or you can do one thing. Saturn is in the third house. Start having family friends. So you are going to a new place, okay, and taking the energy of that place and leaving the energy, whatever you have there. Mini arguments I'm talking. There's nothing serious I have for Aquarius in terms of problem. Okay. Health is something where they need to be careful. First quarter will be uneasy, but and allergy issues and sleeping problem will be coming up. From the third quarter onwards, things will go good. First quarter will be uneasy. They need to do breath work. Why I suggested breath work, not meditation? What happens when nodes are giving the problem from the second house? So space comes in the second house. Our nose is in the second house. We have a fire element and water element with us. Whenever our body temperature is going high, okay, start breathing from your left side. Whenever you're feeling cold, start breathing from your right side. We call sun nostril and moon nostril. So when we activate moon nostril, okay, our body temperature comes down. When we activate our sun nostril, our body temperature goes up. That is the reason. So to take control over this node of our second house thing, start doing that work. That will not cause any health issues. Okay. And if Aquarius people are running through any kind of legal matters, they will get sorted in this year. That's the good news for them. Important dates to remember. 15 to 22 June, this 1 week, very good for starting new education or start learning new skill. Okay. 10 to 18 October, business wise is very good. 20 to 27 Feb, investment wise good. 12 to 18 April, careful with the health related trouble. 18 to 14 August, financial issues like increase in expenses. 18 to 27 November, some arguments with the partner. This is the Aquarius side. And now coming to the last one, that is our Pisces. Pisces. Get this there. Saturn over here. These major three transits. So if we talk about Pisces people, one thing I want to warn you about your relationships. Okay, careful with your relationship. Pisces moon, Pisces rising people. Why? This Rahu cause some serious issue in your relationship matter. The entry of the third person can happen for you in this transit in this year. I would like you to have a good communication system with your partner. Or even you may feel attracted towards somebody out of the marriage, somebody out of the relationship. So deceit is happening for people in of Pisces in terms of romantic matter. And similarly, I would recommend that don't get into partnerships. Partnerships will not be good for you. Okay. Sorry, I made a mistake. So somebody's third person's entry because your mind will be going somewhere into other direction. And partnership will not be good for you at all. Remember that. So you actually need to be careful with feeling other people for sure. Sometimes it may happen that you may start thinking that whatever you're doing, that is the correct choice. But you need to analyze whatever the decisions you make all the time. Got it? And Saturn is this what happens, Saturn is slow. And it will make you lazy and tired as well. Why that is happening? Saturn will be driving you a lot of towards your comfort zone by the third aspect. So you would like to stay in the comfort zone more than anything. That is the one thing. So you have to get rid of that particular feeling. Then only good thing which I can see for people of Saturn Pisces rising, their work related matters will be good. Because Jupiter is aspecting 11th house, Saturn is also aspecting the 11th house, own aspect. So it will be creating new sources of income, new sources of new income. Because Rahu, the node is transiting over your first house, it may happen that you may start connecting with far away people and they bring new source of income. Because this Rahu, they might be already feeling since this node not transiting over Pisces sign, they started connecting with far people. They start making big friends with the far left people. So that is there. And relationship we discussed, the first quarter of Pisces rising people is a little bit uneasy for the health as well. And from second quarter onwards, or even in the investment matter also, I would recommend them to not invest. From the second quarter from April to August. Very good to make investment and very good to have partnership with other types with the other people. One partnership types. From the third quarter onwards, they can also land into partnership, but with the calculated risk. In terms of health, with the health, this is a little bit troublesome period. If you're sleeping, the energy of the body will be little bit low for the first half of the year. From the second half onwards, you have to work on yourself, or you will start feeling some new energy. Okay, because the ascendant lord is being exalted. Try to channelize your energy into positive side of yours, and things will be good for you. One definite thing for Pisces rising people, which they will not have this kind of combination for a long period, Jupiter in the fifth house. If you want to start any kind of new skill, if you are thinking that you are feeling attracted toward that particular kind of skill or art or particular kind of knowledge you want to gain, this is a time blindly start it. Blindly start it. I got my most knowledge when Jupiter and Saturn both were in the fifth house. So this is a very good period, and I have seen at least hundreds of the people who are having Jupiter in the fifth house, or whenever Jupiter is transiting over their fifth house, they start learning something new, and that particular knowledge stay with them for their entire life. Sometimes it happens that you are learning something and you forget it. You just give up on that. But whatever the knowledge you get when Jupiter is in your fifth house transit, that knowledge will be with you forever. In health related matters, you have to be careful with your digestion. You have to be careful with your skin allergies also. Okay? And students, I already discussed. And people who are planning to have a baby, this time is very good for their plan, starting from May onwards. Finances are very good. Health of family will also be very good. If your mom was feeling any problem, that will be gone away, and father will also have good health from now onwards. Some important dates: 15 to 20 April, financial gain. 12 to 18 June, good for family. Or good if you take a trip with the family or do something for the family. Okay. 10 to 18 October, good time for investment. 15 to 27 November, careful in romance. And romance should be in careful in 15 to July. These are the two careful things. In romantic matters, Pisces rising or Pisces moon people are in very serious situation. Be very careful as much as possible. And if you really want to do something, you can start feeding birds with green lentils. And any donation to the animal shelter will support. Be very careful with that. The only place where I want to thank you. Okay. So yeah, this was all about 12 signs from my side.
Thank you very much, Himanshu, for the comprehensive look at the 12 signs. Very kind of you. And again, if anyone wants to connect with Himanshu, I'll put the link below for private reading, for courses that he offers. And yes, fascinating. I just wanted to ask you, for whoever is watching after the 12 videos, you said Saturn in a house expands it. In Western astrology, we always say like Saturn makes things smaller or restricts them. And you told me something very different that ancient Vedic book said.
Yes. So there are two things. Either planet improves the position by aspecting, or either it expands by positioning the planet. So with Saturn, what happens? It start creating issues wherever it aspects. Okay, and if you try to think about Saturn in physical way, okay, it may not be the biggest planet, but there are rings around the Saturn. No other planet has it. Okay, no other planet has ring around it. Just Saturn has it. Reason: it is expanding itself in a different way. People really thinks that Jupiter is the planet with the higher volume and it's the expansion. No, it expands wherever it expands.
So only the
Because
trines from Jupiter expand.
yes, if Jupiter is in the trine, then only it will expand position. But aspects for every sign will be expansion for the Jupiter. Like Jupiter is in any sign, from the trines from there, it will expand, and from the seventh house itself. Saturn will be causing issues wherever it will be aspecting. Third aspect, seventh aspect, and 10th aspect. Like third from the Saturn, seventh from the Saturn, and 10th from the Saturn. Those are the places you need to be careful. Specifically the third one.
The third one is the difficult.
Yes, difficult.
Really interesting. And Saturn in the house it's transiting, it's actually growing it.
Yes.
Yes, because I see a lot of very good results with Saturn transit the house, that there's a lot of focus there and people
Yes.
work more on it. So actually they're building it up more.
Let me tell you one more thing. Pick any horoscope. Try to find the position of the Saturn. And you will see the whole life of the person is circling around that particular house, no matter what.
The house it is in.
It is in.
Yeah.
Look at your horoscope.
9 house.
Look at anybody's horoscope.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're doing into the occultic healing matters.
Yeah.
Okay. It is retrograde, so on and off. And in the early life, it might have given you struggle, but once you complete that struggle, suddenly you start getting good. Okay. In your case, it's an exalted Saturn as well. That's a different situation. But in general life also, somebody is having difficulties, somebody is having anything. Okay. That is why, you know what, why we say sixth house Saturn is good. Because it's expanding itself there. That is a house of enemies. Person who's having sixth house Saturn, that will be never defeated by enemies. Because Saturn knows how to deal with enemies.
Okay. Saturn in the sixth.
That's why first house, Saturn in the first house, problem. Because it's expanding itself. It doesn't have its knowledge of management. It makes expansion itself. The person is not good in management of anything.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Himanshu. Again, learning so much from you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a blessed, successful 12 months ahead.